Electric undercurrents flood the glittering strip. Lights and billboards and flashing things everywhere. Glitzy casinos, gorgeous women, endless booze. A playboy's dream. I drive past the Welcome to Sin Valley sign, and a giant glob of bird poop splatters my windshield, a pretty accurate representation of my feelings about this day. Next to me, Knox drops his skull against the back of his seat and groans. The bird crap is further confirmation of what he's been saying all along. I'm telling you guys, this whole wedding thing is going to be a drag. I flip a switch and windshield fluid spritzes the glass as my sleek sports car coasts down the traffic-jammed strip under the waning sun. My face strains into a mile-wide grin that feels like concrete on my lips. The wedding's going to be great. I push the words past the football-sized lump lying sideways across my throat. I tug at the tie strangling my windpipe. Sera's getting married. It's going to be great, so wonderful, and great. My stomach muscles ring hard at the lie. I'm trying to act like my usual easygoing self. I'm not sure I'm pulling it off. The truth is my palms are sweaty against the steering wheel, my scalp is tight, my nervous system is buzzing like I've been doing laps in a swimming pool of extra strong coffee all day. Play it cool, grin and bear it. I grab my takeout cup from the drink holder and take an icy swallow to wash down my anxiety. Up to this point, I've been playing the role of the bride's supportive friend. I showed up at her dress fitting for moral support. I kept her fed while she was running around looking at wedding venues, forgetting to take care of herself. I made it my job to keep the mood light when the pressure of the wedding planning was weighing her down. I agreed to walk her down the aisle when her older brother said he wasn't sure he'd be able to make it home in time for the big event. The courthouse is just around the corner and 2 streets down. No sense in dropping the nice guy act now. Suck it up, man. You can do this. My dashboard lights up, notifying me of an incoming call from Rocky Pfeiffer, the groom. Instantly, my jaw clenches. I casually hit decline on the screen like it's no big deal. Wordlessly, Declan and Knox share a look. I ignore them, too. But my stomach is rumbling like I've got a troop of baby elephants mud wrestling around in there as I drive toward a reality I'm not ready to face. Keep it together. Hang in there. It'll be over soon. My inner life coach is working overtime today. I make a right turn off of the strip onto Willis Street. I casually grab my burger from the brown paper bag beside me and take a big bite. My stomach screeches like a race car doing a Formula One circuit. I don't feel that great. I take a sniff of my sandwich. I think this burger meat is bad. Does yours taste funny? I glance at my brother. The burger meat's fine, he states matter-of-factly. That's just the sound of your stomach trying to tear itself apart because the woman you love is about to marry somebody else. Declan tosses his empty wrapper at my head. You did this to yourself. I told you to claim her while you still had the chance. You didn't listen. Now look at you. Knox lifts an eyebrow at me from beneath the bill of his baseball cap. He's right, bro. You're not fooling anybody. He shoves a few French fries into his mouth, and his big brown hand brushes salt off the front of his rumpled suit jacket. I dump the sandwich back in the bag and grab a mozzarella stick. For the last freaking time, I'm not in love with Sera. I scramble for a logical explanation. It's just Rocky. I don't like the guy, okay? There, I said it. Frustrated, I shove my fingers into my wavy dark hair and pull. And he's all wrong for Sera. He dumped all the wedding planning on her, forced her to get it all done in just a few weeks so he could focus on the football season. And when the pressure of it almost cracked her, he pressed fast forward on the whole thing and made her settle for a courthouse wedding when that's clearly the last thing she really wants. I growl. Selfish bastard. Well, it's too late to do anything about it now. You missed your shot with Sera. It's very sad, but it's time to move on. At the strip club. Declan displays that goofy, infuriating grin again. Knox picks up his head and swivels his neck to gape into the back seat. I worry about you, Dec. He shakes his head and chomps down on another French fry. I glare at my brother over my shoulder. You realize that your whole stripper fascination is just a distraction from your real issues, right? My brother's been in denial about his feelings for his ex-bandmate's sister for a decade. He just refuses to see it. The party boy life is going to get old eventually, and then you're going to wake up one morning and... My words trail off, swallowed up by the grating sound of the windshield wipers still swiping back and forth over the window. I keep my eyes straight ahead on the road, but I feel my smile slowly starting to peel off at the corners as the reality of Sera's wedding becomes really, really real. Too real. I'm gonna wake up one morning and what? Declan challenges as he grabs his suit jacket from the seat beside him and tugs it on. My tongue is dry and heavy like a plank of lumber as the mental image of Sera silently tortures me. She's standing at the front of a dreary courtroom under a blinking fluorescent light. She's floating in a cloud of white silk and lace. She's saying I do to a man who isn't me. I stand by helplessly as some lethargic judge uninterestedly pronounces her another man's wife. She deserves better than that. Scrubbing a hand down my face, I try to chase away this anxiety. I hate to admit it, but I really am a dumbass. Because this is not some sob story about a guy who's been in love with the same girl since grade school but couldn't work up the guts to tell her. For years, Sera really was just my friend, nothing more. I was living my life, doing my thing, running around like, I'm Jason Bellino, bad boy football player. Look at me running through random women like it's a professional sport. And then Sera got engaged. That's when it started creeping up. Feelings, strange feelings, deep feelings. They jumped out from behind the shower curtain when I was leaned over the toilet taking a piss. These feelings snuck up on me by surprise. This is a story about an idiot who spends years as friends with a unicorn of a woman and didn't even realize what was standing in front of him until she was on someone else's arm. My dashboard lights up, Rocky calling again. And again, I ignore it. Sera's been pressuring him to play nice. She says she wants us to be friends. Ha, fat chance. I never liked the guy. We've played for rival football teams for years, and now that he's about to marry Sera, the possibility of a friendship between us is basically down to zilch. You gonna answer that? Knox asks, both brows lifted. Nah, we're almost at the courthouse. Rocky can say whatever he needs to say to me when we're face to face. Declan and Knox share another telepathic glance. I chuckle and casually shove more mozzarella in my mouth. Would the two of you relax? Sera's just my best friend's bratty kid sister. I'm not secretly in love with her. That's my official line, and I'm sticking to it. I'm trying to shed the bad boy image. I'm trying to grow the hell up. I'm trying not to be a shitty human being. Wrecking my friend's wedding because I'm suddenly overcome by emotions I never bothered to explore in the nearly 2 decades that we've been friends? Sera deserves better from me. So I'm here to be the nice guy, the guy who will crack stupid jokes when she gets nervous before the ceremony and tell her she looks gorgeous when she second-guesses her wedding dress and walk her down the aisle because she trusted me enough to ask. I'm not here to crash the wedding. I'm here to be the bride's friend. I can do this. With suppression and denial and booze, I can do this. Because Serafine Rodriguez is amazing, and all I want is to see her happy. Even if it's with another man. I pull up to the curb outside the courthouse. Sera is standing with her best friends at the top of the wide concrete staircase, her back facing the street. Her dress is a simple satiny thing that matches the crown of tiny, pale flowers in her dark hair. The hem floats around her knees when she spins around, holding a small bouquet in her hands. And there she is, the sweetheart of Sin Valley. The nickname really suits her. She spots me exiting my car and she releases a giant exhale like she'd been holding her breath for a long time. She adjusts her glasses on her nose and a tiny, genuine, adorable, terrified smile slowly pours across her lips. That's when everything changes. I can't live with watching her ride off into the sunset with the wrong man. I jump out of the car and leap up the courthouse stairs, 2 at a time, ignoring the warning sounds of Knox and Declan calling my name from the street behind me. Don't be that guy, Jace. Come on, dude, you're better than that. My heart is beating crazier than it ever has. A stream of sweat is trickling down my neck. I'm not backing down now. Because who am I kidding? I've never been the nice guy. I've never been a pushover. I'm the guy who takes what he wants. And Sera? Maybe, just maybe, she was always supposed to be mine.